Okay. So, you're welcome to this evening section of you're welcome to this section. Now, I want to talk about few things before we get started. We're supposed to talk about other block today, but I would not be talking about other block at all today because there's something I just noticed, all right? Something I just really noticed, and something that I really want to talk about, all right? And that is Um, the reason so many of you would still, even after meeting someone that is willing to explain as simple, to make it as simple as possible, the reason why some of you will still not get it and will still lose after going through this mentorship is because you guys are so distracted and you guys are so um like to focus on so many things at the same time. I see so many people in the group, posting things that is even off what we're talking about. All right. I know you're eager to learn, you're eager to improve and all that, but calm down. That's not all that is required. For you to calm down and follow the steps. I see so many people already talking and asking questions about other block liquidity when you don't even understand market structure at all. Guys, if you do not understand market structure, I don't care how good you are with other block fair value gap liquidity, you still will take losses. A lot of people are, I have so many people. Today was so annoying, right? Because we had our first class in the VIP group yesterday, and then so many questions, so many unrelated, annoying questions. And I'm really trying to, be calm. I'm really trying to answer questions. Just follow the rules. Don't be in a haste. It's as simple as that. Don't be in a haste. A lot of people just want to uh be at the last day, want to start making money already. Now, yeah, even do you know a lot of people have started depositing? We have not even started to talk about the derivative platform. We have not even started anything. A lot of people have started depositing, trying to trade. Seriously. It is so annoying. It is so annoying on my part, right? I hate my plan for this whole thing is to be able to teach people how to trade and to make sure nobody lose money. At least not your capital. But it seems that everybody just wants, throw out money and just I don't understand. And it's so annoying. Like it's so annoying and disgusting for real. So a lot of things are going to change. A lot of things will change. Now the thing there is, I feel the reason I'm this frustrated is because I'm trying to carry too many people along, and that's why I don't like numbers. Trust me, I could have the group get to 200, 500 people. I don't really like numbers because when there are so many people you're trying to teach, you have a lot of people that are not paying attention, are asking crazy questions that are not ready to put in the time. Do you know that I will take my time? Do you know how long? Like a lot of things I'm supposed to be doing out of my schedule. I take my time, come live here, spend hours here teaching, right? Even take my time to record the section, right? And then I'll post on YouTube. And a lot of people will not even watch, and then they will join the next class and they will ask questions. Seriously. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to reduce the number of time I come live on the on the free group, right? Because it's becoming so annoying. I'm just going to really kind of now focus on those that have actually paid for the value. Because it feels as though like a lot of people do not really value the whole free thing. Like it's just so annoying how I want to do this whole thing. Seriously, do you know I could teach everything for free? It won't cost me anything. Do you think it's your $30 or whatever that this whole thing is about? No, it is not about the $30 or whatever. Guys, it is not. I'm trying to do this in a way that I can carry so many people along. I literally could do this for free, but then doing it for free is going to turn me into a mad person. It's going to make me run mad because a lot of people still will not pay attention, still will be asking questions to take us back. I try as much as possible to explain and all that. So this is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be giving assignments. All right. I'm going to be giving an assignment, and anyone that posts anything in the group outside where we are or the assignments we're currently at, I'm going to remove them in the group. I'm going to be that strict. So now, anything we are doing, any discussion you want to have, don't post trade, don't post profits, don't post anything. Only thing you should post is the thing we are talking about, the thing the last night's class is about. Any question you want to ask should be based on that. If it's outside that, if it's not about that, if it's about something else, you are going to be removed, whether you're in the paid group or not. Even if you're in the VIP group, I'm still going to remove you. So please and please, I think this is how this whole thing is going to go now. I have to be strict to make sure that you all get it. Because it's so painful where I'm putting in time and effort, and so many people still do not understand. It's like I'm wasting my time, and I hate it. So from now on, I'm going to be giving assignments. I'm going to come live. We're gonna whatever we talked about, I'm going to be giving assignment for it. And everything we do, everything you talk about in the group should be based on what we just spoke about. Anyone that talk out of the contrary or out of what we just talked about, anyone that posts a trade or profit or whatever will be removed from the group. And trust me, once I remove you from the group, there is no coming back in the group at all. No matter how much you beg, no matter once you're removed from the group, you are not coming in again. That's it. That's the end of the journey for you. All right. So let's go again. This is how I'm going to do it again. Today, we are supposed to get to what? Other block. We're supposed to be now talking about other block and all that. I already prepared for it. All right. I already prepared for it. We're supposed to be talking about other block, but we cannot do that. And the reason for that is so many of you really still do not understand the basic concepts here, even first, of market structure. And everything we're going to be doing from now on is going to be based on market structure. So if you do not understand market structure, how then can you understand other block? How then can you understand fair value gap? How then can you understand liquidity and more? So now we are going to really take this again one step at a time. One step at a time. It's like I'm going to be imposing this on us now. All right. So anyone that comes, see this video, see, we have almost over 100 people, 130 people in the group right now. And just 13 people are watching, 13 people are participating here, right? So please and please, after this section, please help me tell everyone in the group that it is mandatory, it is a must that they watch this video, because I won't care if the excuse is I wasn't in the Zoom meeting or I wasn't there, I didn't hear the whole rules and all that. I will not care. Please just help me after this section. Tell people in the group that please go watch the video on YouTube. I'm going to be posting it on YouTube. Go watch it on YouTube before you start posting anything, because it is very, very important. I will not listen to beg or whatever. All right. So now I'm going to do this whole thing again based on the assignment. Now, because of course, we are still going to be going live on Zoom tonight for those in the VIP group, of course. And I'm going to be basing this today's section still on market structure. The strategy we are talking about yesterday. Now, someone asked something yesterday. Someone asked a question yesterday after yesterday's live section. I wasn't Yesterday's live section in the VIP group was very brief, and because I was actually going out and I was in haste, my friends were already waiting for me, so I had to just do it because I already promised. So I had to round up things pretty quickly. And it shows that a lot of people still do not understand, which is understandable, right? I'm not going to say you should understand that. Like, I'm not going to impose that on us, right? It's a step at a time. And I still do not explain better. But then I'm going to base today. Someone was asking questions. That was what I was saying. Asking, okay, someone was saying still that method of trading is still kind of risky. I think that person knows a bit about trading and all that. So it looks like options trading and all that. Yeah, true. It might look like that, but then trust me. Now, one thing I don't like about traders, about forex traders, is let's even have a real conversation first. One thing I don't like about forex traders is they are so religious about it. right? Forex traders and religious people are very the same because you are going to see some people that are crypto traders, right? Crypto traders feel like they have a separate religion to traders, and currency traders thinks they have a separate religion to futures traders and all that. They think if I'm trading currency, currency is the best way to trade, is the best method to trade. If I'm trading, crypto is the best way to trade. Other method is gambling. Other method is this. You don't know, guys. Even those that are trading options, I know people trading even expert option, IQ option, all these options trading, right? I don't trade that. That doesn't mean that there are people not trading it profitably. There are a lot of people trading. See, guys, it depends on your knowledge, and that's simple. It is your knowledge, guys. You could be trading, because people, especially people trading currency pairs, right? People trading Euro USD, they are like Christians, right? They're like Christians, and they believe every other religion is, I'm not going to talk about religion right now. I'm just saying that's how religious people view things, that every other religion is the wrong religion because this one is the best, because this is what we know, this is what I've learned and everything. So people trading currency pair thinks every other method of trading or every other way of trading, whether it's crypto, whether it's options, whether it's futures, whether it's stocks, is rubbish. That is just trading currency pair, using stop loss, take profits, pips, all those things is the best way, only way to trade. And the funny thing there is, they are still not profitable. Imagine those that are not profitable, that don't even know how to trade profitably, are the ones that will shout the more and talk the more and all these things. Guys, there are so many ways to trade. Again, I say this, I am not religious. I used to trade currency pair before. A student of mine introduced me to the Deriv platform. It was called binary.com then. Introduced me to it, showed me, because I was not rigid, I was not religious about one method of trading. I was able to learn, and trust me, I have made way more money trading Deriv than I've ever made trading currency pair. Guys, even I have made I've been able to turn small account size, small amount into large amount with Deriv than I've ever done with currency pair or crypto trading. Does it mean does that mean I don't trade crypto? I don't take stocks, I don't trade all these things. I trade them too sometimes. When I see opportunities, I have a lot of friends that be like, check this out, you can trade this. I do. But then I've made more money here, and that's why I'm still here. If I see somewhere that I'm making way more money, I will go there. All right. So it's as simple as that. Guys, let me show you let me share you something crazy. I am even about to start a prompt firm. And that's something I was hoping to introduce to you guys. But come on, you guys are not impressing me yet. I'm not even going to introduce you guys to that yet. Because even this one, you guys are not even still doing well with that. And that's, imagine we buying an account and then trading it, and everybody's trading together, and so many people. I don't want to start that noise and everything. Once we are done with this old challenge, with this derivative thing and everything, I'm going to pick very few people that I know are consistent, that I know are serious minded and everything. Just like 3 or 5 people that we are going to go into other trading aspects together. I'm not going to be doing that with everybody here because so yesterday I was so pissed. Stroke today. I saw a lot of messages this morning when I woke up, and it was so heartbreaking and so annoying. So you don't have to be, yeah, I've heard you guys. You don't have to be religious about one thing, right? You don't have to be rigid. Yeah, you might feel like it's gambling, but a lot of people are making money through it. You just have to learn how. There are money management strategies for every of these things. Trust me, guys. Aside from trading on the Deriv platform like this itself, we are still going to be trading on the MetaTrader 5. That's one thing we are still going to be doing. We're going to be trading on the MetaTrader 5 also. We're going to be trading on the MetaTrader 5 also. So this is not just us trying to, get to know how to trade in one way. This knowing how to trade in multiple ways. Knowing how to trade in multiple ways. And what is that going to do for us? We have options. And that's what I have. I have options. I can trade on the MetaTrader 5. I can trade on the Deriv platform. I can trade on the currency pair. I can do all these things because I have the knowledge. And that's what I'm about to show you guys. All you just need to do is pay attention, focus, and allow. It's as simple as that. So, based on what we talked about yesterday, the 2 minute strategy on the Deriv platform, we are going to be talking again about money management. Sorry, not money management, about market structure. Guys, if you are not in the VIP group, you are going to be missing out on a lot. Now, according to our program, the program that we're about to start, turning small account size into big account, $50 to 5,000, $100 to 10,000, something we're still going to do. I'm going to even talk about that today and how we're going to do it. Because now I know that not everyone is going to be involved or interested in that, I'm opening the VIP group to as many people as possible, right? So to as many people as possible, I'm opening the VIP group. You can come in and learn because I'm sure, again, for that program, I just need 10 people. It's going to be 10 people from the VIP group. All right, it's going to be 10 people from the VIP group. So if you're interested in the VIP group, it doesn't really have a cap anymore because I will be doing more of teachings in the VIP group now. And again, like I said yesterday, you don't even have to have the whole $30 to be in the VIP group. Just show commitment. Let's say you just $10 you have right now. I have someone that just paid $10 today to be in the VIP group and is promised to pay up later on. And now the reason for the money in the VIP group is everybody in the VIP group is really going to pay attention. Imagine if we have 130 people in the VIP group right now, and I'm doing this live session. There are going to be way more people than 16 people here. And that's why the money thing is there. So you don't really have to have the whole $30 to be in the VIP group. And trust me, you will be missing out on a lot if you're not in the VIP group. Because what we had yesterday was just the beginning. Because I'm going to be sharing a whole lot more. At the end of today, we are going to have way more. Those in the VIP group are going to have way more deeper understanding of the whole thing. All right. So, again, we are going to talk again about market structure based on what we talked about yesterday. Now, yesterday for the 2 minute strategy, I said we are how simple that strategy is we are going to, I'm going to be going from the simplest to the hardest, right? Simpler to be more complex. That one is so simple that you don't have to do top-down analysis, going to different time frame to analyze the market. You can just be on the 1 minute or 5 and 1 minute, 5 minute and 1 minute time frame, depending on what you want. But to make it very simple and clear, you can really just be on the 1 minute time frame and use your market structure to trade this, right? So I'm going to be showing you guys again in the VIP group tonight. But then I'm just going to talk more about the market structure aspect of this. So while we're talking about it in the night, we're just going to really focus on the Deriv platform and we're going to be able to talk about it properly. You would have understand the market structure aspect of it. So I'm doing this market structure based on what we're going to be talking about tonight. So again, if you're not in the VIP group, you will be missing out on a lot. So again, we are saying this, and then after we finish this, I'm going to give assignments and then we can then progress to other block because we cannot do other block if we do not understand these key levels. All right, so let's start. Now, I said in an uptrend, we have what? Our higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. I've said that a lot of times that we already know this, right? Higher lows, higher highs, right? Now, one thing you should know, guys, one thing that is very, very important, I like to stress this, is learn how to, guys, this is so important because we're going to be using this a lot uh, in the 2 minute strategy for the touch stroke no touch that we're going to be talking about tonight. Know how to mark out your point of interest. Guys, that's the first thing. Now, that's going to be our assignments. We are going to go to different market pairs. Like I'm just going to tell you to go to, okay, we're going to start from volatility. Go to all the volatility index pairs. Again, we are not going to be talking anything about currency pair for now. So we are still talking about deriv. So don't post anything concerning Euro USD or gold or whatever at all. All right. So go to the currency, go to what's it called? I'm going to give you guys how to do this, I'm going to share a video on how to log in your MetaTrader 5 on your Deriv. So if you do not have a Deriv account already, you just need to go to deriv.com to create an account. All right, it's as simple as that. All right. Um, so I'm going to show you guys how to create an account with Deriv, how to link your Deriv account to your MetaTrader 5. I'm going to post a video on that. We can talk about doing how to do that in the group. I'm just going to post a video of that, a link to the video of that, and then you're going to be able to do that. And then you'll be able to, of course, still check. You can still use this trading view here. You can still use this trading view to do your analysis, just like I'm doing it here. You can do that on the phone too, or you can use your laptop or whatever. So one thing we want to note, or the assignment will be noting points of interest. Go to a chart first. The first thing you want to do is note the bias of the market. What trend is this market on? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? So you are going to post in the group, okay, volatility. Go to any time frame, right? You can go to, okay, let's choose a time frame. We're going to go to 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame. You're going to take any two markets or any three markets. Let's do it like that. Any three markets, whether volatility 10, 25, or 100, any three. Go to 1 hour time frame and check. You say, okay, this is volatility 10 index. It's on an uptrend, and this is my point of interest, and you're going to mark it like this. I'm going to show you example of how you're going to do it. All right. So this is my point of interest. Let me explain this properly. What is point of interest? It is an uptrend. First, you're going to note that this is, of course, it's an uptrend. It has given us what? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now it has given us what? A higher high. What we're expecting here is what? A higher low, right? So what I'm just going to do is mark my point of interest, the recent highest point and my recent lowest point. This is just what I want to mark. Recent highest point and recent lowest point. It's as simple as this. This here is my point of interest. Is my point of interest. So let's go into the market right now and do some marking, because it's going to be different in real life than drawing it like this. So let's see how it's going to look like in real life. All right. Let's see how it's going to look like in real life. Okay. So let me get all this off. So I'm not going to be using volatility index because that's what our assignment is going to be on. All right. Now look at this. This is Euro USD on the daily time frame. All right. Daily time frame. So first, know how to mark your path. This is another assignment. Know how to mark your path. Look at this. I have here as my higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I have this what as my higher high, right? Now, the question is, why didn't I mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high like this? Why? Now, we can do this like this. Again, one thing you should know is you don't have to be rigid. Guys, it is not, you don't have to have a one way to do this. Guys, if I take two professional traders to mark their path, they might do it like this. One might do it like this, and one might just take this from here to here. Now, watch. First, to confirm if this is even real, I want to know. Now, look at this. This is higher high. Now, one thing you should always do is notice anytime you do your higher high, higher low, higher high like this, you want to make sure that this level here is a break of structure. You want to know what level broke what the structure. Now, look at this. I'm just going to mark this one here like this. Did this break structure? Where is the actual break of structure here? Again, I said break of structure is what? Candle closure, right? Candle closure. And was there candle closure here? Where? Yes, there was candle closure here. So I'm going to take that as what? A break of structure. Here as a break of structure, right? So I'm going to take this as a break of structure. All right, so let's see. Again, you do not have to be rigid. The market will not respect anything you do. It's just going to do its thing. Again, not all the time market structure works. It's they see if market structure is 100% accurate, right? A lot of people would make billions of money or of dollars. All right. Sometimes it fails. All right. It's as simple as that. Well, you just need to understand what is going on. All right. So that's what this whole thing is about. So let's continue here. So we have what's higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We can take this. Let's assume we're taking this as a higher high, higher low, higher high, like this. And then we're expecting to see what? Higher low and a break of structure. But we saw a low and then we did not see what? A break of structure, right? We did not see a break of structure. We just see what? A high like this. And then we see a low, that change of character here. This is a change of character here. So what are we expecting to see here? This and this. right? That's what we're expecting to see here, all right? Because this is our change of character. Guys, one thing you should know is if I had marked my paths like this, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, I still would have recognized this as my change of character. And why is that? Because because I said something earlier that when guys look at this move here. Once we start talking about order block, we are going to understand better. Now, this move here can necessarily still be, this is something that might still be happening here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Let me get this off a bit. Let me show you guys something. So this, you don't have to be so rigid with trading. You have to be very flexible. All right, look at this. Look at this. I could literally see this like this on the weekly time frame. Look at this on the weekly time frame. I could say this is higher high. We are expecting something like this. And then once we start talking about order block, it will be so clear that there is what an order block right here that we think the market is still going to come to. Right? I think there is one small one here too. We're still going to understand what all this thing means. So the market could literally do like this. Come here or here before going back up, which is still going to be, which is still going to make sense. Which is still going to make sense. So one thing you should know is, or one thing you should understand is, hold on, let me get this off. One thing you should understand is market structure applies to every time frame, right? It is not, it applies, if you understand the concept of market structure, it applies to every time frame. You don't have to be fixed, right? You don't have, what we do top-down analysis for is to know that what is going to happen in the future, to be able to predict it properly, to be able to do our market. But if I am to stay on one time frame, guys, if I'm to be on one time frame, I still will be able to trade profitably. Just that it's going to be on I'm going to be taking small take profits, small stop loss and all that. I still be able to trade profitably. The reason for top-down analysis is to be able to know, like look at this one now. If I go to the weekly time frame now, okay, I know that the market, there's a potential for the market to come to this level. So once I'm doing my analysis, I have that in mind, right? Having that in mind is a good thing, right? I can use all these levels as my potential take profit and stop loss levels, as you can see. So you just need to have all those things in mind. All right, it's as simple as that. This market structure is so flexible that you can understand it on each time frame. So what I'm saying is, look at this. This one now, I can take this one as one move, but then all this one now, like you remember, I was saying something that I was saying something as like if you want to know when, I think I talk about that a lot. Knowing where the market is going to, look at this is an uptrend. We have higher high, higher low, higher high. I talk about that a lot, that knowing where the market is going to start going up from is important, and also knowing where this reversal is going to start is also important, right? Knowing where this higher low is going to start, the point from this point, knowing where this is going to start coming down is very important. And how can you know that? Going down to the lower time frame to see what a change of character. So even if I did this move here like this as one move, like this, or even if I do this move or I did my part like this, it still won't affect me. Even if I do my part like this, it still will not affect me knowing that this place is a change of character. Why? Because change of character on the smaller time frame, if I had gone to the 4 hour time frame, I would have still noticed that this is what a change of character on the smaller time frame, and it has given what it is telling me that this move here has want to start coming down to this level to get to all these key levels to go up. So I hope we understand that. So we will still have been able to note this as a change of character, because on the 4 hour time frame it will be so obvious. And how do we know if, like I said before, how can we tell if this move has started? Change of character on the smaller time frame. Change of character on the smaller time frame. All right, change of character on the smaller time frame, and that's what's really happening here. So what am I expecting here? Now that's not where I'm going actually. I just had to branch there. So what am I expecting here exactly? Look at this. Now I have what? What's this? I have what? High. I have this low, this, and a change of character. So once I have this change of character, see all this place here, all this place. Once I have this, my change of character, all this place here does not matter to me anymore. Hold on. Once I have my change of character, all this place here does not matter to me anymore. Let me do it properly. All this place. I got my change of character here from here like this. It doesn't matter to me again, right? It doesn't matter to me as much again. Now, what matter to me now is this move. Look at this. From here, we have our lower low, lower high, lower low. We're expecting to see what? Our lower high and the lower low, lower high till we get to all these levels, right? So now, what am I looking at, guys? Right? Let me draw my path again to make this really clear. This is how I'm going to be doing it from now on, so we are going to understand. I have my lower low, lower high, right? This is my lower low here, right? So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to stop here. And where is my point of interest here? The recent highest point, right? And the recent lowest point. In here is my point of interest. Everything happening here is internal structure. Now look at this. If this thing break here, that's giving me what? Another change of character. But what I'm expecting here, guys, in a downtrend, again, we know that this is now a downtrend. Lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. In a downtrend, guys, one thing that should stick in your head is in a downtrend, you are always anticipating a what? Break of structure. In a downtrend, I'm never really anticipating change of character. In a downtrend, I'm always anticipating lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I'm always anticipating what? Break of structure. I'm anticipating this to happen. If this not happen, yes, fine. But this is what I'm much interested in, anticipating a change of character. All right. So this there is my point of interest. I like to drag this. I like to stress this. Mark your point of interest. It's a downtrend, right? Here, we've gotten our change of character. So it means that that's confirmed our change, market structure shift, all right? So I'm expecting this to happen. Black film, please stop that. Please let us stop that. That is distracting. All right, so that is our change of character. So what am I expecting here? Guys, once we get to other block, that's what we're supposed to be talking about. We would know that there's an other block right here that the market has mildly tap into, right? Mildly tap. But of course, let's go down. Let's walk down into this whole thing. I'm going to go to the 1 hour time frame to see much more clear what is happening right there. As you can see, I'm on the 1 hour time frame right here. As you can see, that's my other block. The market has not really got into my other block right there. So I'm still expecting the market might get to the other block, but then I don't want to start talking about other block right now. So let's leave that. So again, I've been able to, this is my change of character. So let's remove this. It's not important anymore. So this, again, this is my point of interest. This is how I do my analysis. Now, the assignment is don't stress on this. Just go to one time frame. Again, we are using the 1 hour time frame and mark out your point of interest. So don't stress like this. All right. So this is me doing top-down analysis. If I want to do my analysis, this is how I do it. Right. This is my top-down analysis. If I to say do your mark out your point of interest on the daily time frame. This is what I'm expecting you to show me, right? You don't have to show me the whole thing, right? Just show me this part here, guys. Just show me this part. This is what I want to see. I want to make sure that you understand. Just show me what the bias of the market currently is. And then what is going to guys, what is going to confirm that this bias of this market is temporarily a downtrend is because we have already seen a change of character here. That is what is confirming that the bias of this market is a downtrend. All right. You cannot just see something like this and just confirm it's a downtrend. It might be an internal structure of a much more larger trend. Again, I'm still going to do another analysis on another market. So you have to understand what bias the market is on the time frame you're on. All right. Understand the bias. Let's go for the daily time frame even. Let's not go to the 1 hour. It's going to be much more easier like that. Understanding the bias of the market in that time frame is important. Now, this one is a downtrend. Why? Because we have already seen what? A change of character. And that is why we are considering this what? A downtrend. All right. That's a downtrend. So I just want to see you tell me the bias of this market is a downtrend. And then you're going to tell me, show me your point of interest. And how do we mark out our point of interest? In the downtrend, we have what? Lower low, lower high, lower low. Let me do something like this, and then we have. So once the market is like this, it has not given us what? A lower high yet. So a lot of people will want to do this, guys. This is what a lot of people want to do. A lot of people might want to see, this is my point of interest. This is totally bullshit. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is no point of interest. If this is a downtrend, if this is a downtrend, guys, this one is an internal structure. You have to see a break of structure like this. First, there have to be a break of structure before you can mark a point of interest. Look at this is a break of structure. This one has not given us what a break of structure yet. So there is no way it can be a point of interest yet. So our point of interest here will still be this one, the recent highest point at the recent lowest point. So all this one here is what internal structure. So this place is our point of interest. It's as simple as that, guys. Very simple as that. We are going to be using the knowledge in this in tonight's meeting in the VIP class. Guys, we are going to be using this a lot in tonight's meeting. So you'll be able to understand and be able to take trades successfully on the 2 minute time frame duration, touch stroke, no touch. All right. So that's what's one thing. That's why I'm stressing this like this. All right. That's why I'm stressing it like this. All right. So let's continue here. The same thing here, we have what? Look at this. Let me draw this out, this part out to show you where from here, we have our lower low, lower high, lower low. We currently have this happening. All right. So let me bring this out so you see this properly. So where is my point of interest in this diagram? My point of interest in this diagram is the recent highest point and the recent lowest point. Everything happening here is internal structure. It's as simple as that. This is the assignment. Know how to mark point of interest. First, know how to recognize the bias of the market. Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? That's number one assignment. Number two assignment is knowing the point of interest. Knowing the point, recognizing the point of interest. Recognizing the point of interest. I am done with everybody just doing their things aimlessly and not following a path. We are all going to be following this path one step at a time. Now, anyone again, I'm stressing this, that posts something today in the group out of this is going to be removed. And that I am so sure of. All right. So, and any question that is out of this person is going to be removed, right? I'm not just not going to answer your question. I'm going to remove you from the group. So it means you are just trying to drag us back and you're not following at all. All right. So that is it. So let's continue here. So that is that. That's pretty it. I'm supposed to stop this thing here. Let me even, I want to do this a bit further, but I'm supposed to stop this here. Let me do another example. Let me just stop here. Let's do another example on the 1 hour time. I don't want to go a bit further, right? Once we get to top down analysis, now this is what we're going to be doing. Before we even go to other block, because we need to understand this thing. I know this is very important and I want us to understand this thing. So before we even go to other block, guys, once we understand this whole thing, we're able to mark out bias properly and know point of interest. The next thing we're going to be doing is doing this thing with top-down analysis, knowing how to do this for each time frame. So we're going to start from the daily time frame, go down to like the 1 hour, do the same thing, and being able to follow it, right? Being able to follow it in top-down analysis. That's then when we understand that, we are then going to be able to go to another topic, because how can you go to other block? How can you understand other block if you don't even understand this one? That's how so many people are getting it wrong with forex trading, because you don't even understand the basics yet. You are going to the advanced. You are going to liquidity. You don't even understand market structure yet. That's the simplest. That's the basic. That's the foundation for everything. That's so it's a lot of people are like, boss, let's talk about time frame. Let's talk about entry. Let's talk about, you don't even understand this one yet. You want to talk about entry. Where do you want to enter from if you don't even understand this whole thing? So let's go to the next one. So we already marked what our point of interest for Euro USD. So let's see another. Let's go to Euro. I've not even opened this chart before. So Euro GBP. I've not even traded on Euro GBP. So let's see what's happening here on Euro GBP. Here, I'm going to be on just one time frame, right? On one time frame and do analysis here. Now look at what is happening here. If I'm to draw my path here, right? If I'm to draw my path here, I'm going to draw this like this. We have what? Higher high. From here, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then we have this what? Now, the question is, a lot of people will be like, why is this one? Why is this one not valid? This one can never be valid. Why? You can never draw this like this, right? We can never draw this like this. And the reason for that is, guys, it is still what? Internal structure. Now, let me show you. Let me show you. We have what? Higher high, higher low. We have what? Higher high, right? That's the recent highest point. So let's draw our point of interest for this move. We have the highest point right there. Then we have what? The lowest point. I said everything happening inside here is internal structure. So if you are considering this one, look, now we have what? Our lower low. So imagine this. All this one are internal structure. Internal structure until we have what? A break of structure, which is what we've currently had here. Until we have what? A break of structure. A break of structure. Guys, we've just had what? Our break of structure. All right. So you need to be able to understand that properly. All right. So let me get this off. All right. Hold on. So this is how you do your analysis, guys. This is how you properly do your analysis. All right. Go to the higher time frame. Again, once we finish for the higher time frame, I'm going to show us how to mark our point of interest from the higher time frame right down to the lower time frame. So that's the next thing we're going to be doing. We're not going to be rushing this at all anymore. We are not rushing this anymore. So we're going to be taking this one simple step, one baby step at a time. I don't care how slow we take this. We are going to understand this by force, by fire. Anybody that's not understanding this, that is not going with us, see, if you're not, everybody has to watch the previous video. Like this one now, everybody must watch this video. If you are not here on this live section, you will have to or must watch this video. If you do not, you're not part of us. It's as simple as that. Everybody is going to be carried along from now on, and you are going to watch from A to Z. It's as simple as that. And you must understand first if you really want to be under me. It's as simple as that. That's how I'm going to make it that mandatory. Now you will understand. So let's continue. So, of course, you can ask questions based on what we're talking about. I'll be glad to answer based on this. You can ask any question, no matter how crazy it is, no matter how stupid it sounds, as long as it's based on what I am teaching right now, I am going to answer. I'm only going to get pissed or remove you from the group is if it's outside what we're currently talking about. If it's what we're talking about, no matter how crazy, stupid, insane the question is, I will answer your question. All right? I will answer your question. So let's continue here. So look at this. We have what? Higher high. Very simple. Higher low. Higher high. Right? So we're looking for what? Higher low like this. And then where's our higher high? This is our higher high because that's what broken this structure. Immediately we have a break of structure. Guys, remember I said immediately we have a break of structure, we anticipate what? A pullback. Right? So we have what? A higher high like this. So where is now our point of interest here? So let me get this off. Where's now? So immediately we have a break of structure. I said that earlier. Once there is a break of structure, guys, you have a new point of interest. Now, where is my point of interest? Again, once you have a break of structure, there is a new point of interest. Anytime you see a break of structure, there's a new point of interest. And then where's my point of interest here? The recent highest point here, and then the recent what? Lowest point. That's here is my point of interest. Anything happening inside here now is what? Internal structure, except this one gets broken or this one gets broken. All right, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. This one goes up now and gets broken. We begin to have what? Our that this one gets broken now. It means we now have a new what? Well, we now have what? A new break of structure. We now have what? A new point of interest. A new point of interest. It's as simple as that. We now have a new point of interest. Immediately we have, right? We have a break of structure. So everything happening here now is what? Point of interest. Is internal structure. So now what we're just going to do is try to find out where this one is going to get down to before it starts going back up. And that's where other block and everything comes in, which is what we're going to be getting to later in the future. Not yet. All right. So we've done our point of interest for Euro USD for this. Let's do for USD USD JPY. All right. So look at this now. Now let's look at this. Now I'm going to try and bring this, take us back a bit so we can understand this one. No matter how crazy it is still going to follow market structure. You just need to be able to recognize it. Again, you don't have to get it the first time. You might open your chart and it might look a bit confusing. It is normal and natural. Just try your best and then you're going to come. We're going to do correction together, and then you're going to see what you did wrong and you'll be able to improve. And with time, you would get this properly. All right. What time frame should we use for our assignment? And where should we post it? Use the time frame we should use for our assignment is the daily time frame. I use the volatility index. All right. And time to post it, you can post it anytime. All right. You can post it anytime. So look at this. I'm going to start my part from here. I have my lower low, lower high. What? I have what? I can drag this as one move, lower low, lower high like this. I have my lower low. I have my high. This is not the lower high. It's going to be a lower high if it has given us a break of structure, but did not give us a break of structure. And then we have this low, we have this high, we have this lower, higher low, we have this higher high. Internal structure. Now let me show you guys something, guys. Again, let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something very important. Let's go again. We have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? We have something like this. Now, where's our point of interest? Here, we have this as our point of interest and this as our point of interest. Guys, you see? This is how magical it is. Everything that is still happening here is internal structure. If you can see the chart clearly like this, guys, if you can have this kind of clarity, you will understand forex trading. Again, I've not opened this chart before. I can't even remember I opened it last time I opened a chart on USD JPY, but I can see this clarity because I understood. Big Sammy, please stop that. I understand market structure because I understand what market structure. I can be able to tell that this is what is happening. Now, all this thing now is internal structure. Now, once we now start going down, like when we now start top down analysis, now again, I'm still anticipating what this is still a downtrend, right? This market on the daily time frame is still a downtrend. The bias of this market is still a downtrend. Of course, it is temporarily trending to the upside, but on the daily time frame, I have to tell you what trend is this market. It's a downtrend. On the daily time frame, it's still a downtrend. If we now go into the smaller time frame, we can now see that it's now an uptrend because, of course, what I'm expecting again in this market is after I get this what lower low, all this one here is just a lower high and then a lower low. Break of structure. I'm still anticipating a break of structure. Now let's do a little bit deep diving into this one. Again, this is where I'm going to stop, right? This is where I'm going to stop according to our assignment. This is what I'm expecting you to just show me. All right. You don't have to explain all this. We're still going to get to that. All right. So the next thing we're doing here is I'm just going to do that just for doing sake. Internal structure. Now, guys, one thing you should know is inside internal structure, there are still market structure. There is always market structure inside internal structure. Guys, remember the time I was explaining this, that this higher high. Now let me use the downtrend. In a downtrend, we might have what? Lower low like this, lower low, lower high, lower low like this. Now, what I said before, I can remember saying this a lot of times in my in my TikTok classes, is the move from here to here is going to be an uptrend. It's going to be an uptrend in a smaller time frame. It's going to look like an uptrend in a smaller time frame. It's going to be an uptrend in a smaller time frame. That does not mean that this is still what our point of interest. That does not mean it is still an internal structure, but it is what? An uptrend. As long as it did not break this to give us a change of character, it is still what? Lower low, lower high. But then it's going to look like an uptrend in a smaller time frame. In a smaller time frame. And that is exactly what is happening here. Just that we can even see it properly here. Look at this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Lower high is what is happening. It's looking like an uptrend. It's an uptrend. If we even go down to the 4-hour time frame, it's going to look like let's see. It's going to look like a total uptrend. See, we cannot even see. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we'll not even consider this a downtrend. And that is why top-down analysis is important. We are going to just look at this market and think this is an uptrend. Which you won't be wrong, but then because we are looking at this from the higher time frame, why top-down analysis is important, we can say that, yeah, of course, it is temporarily an uptrend, but it is just what? Lower high on the larger time frame. It's just giving us what? A lower high, a pullback, a correction. And then what are we anticipating? A break of structure. We are still anticipating this to give us, except we have a change of character. If we do not have a change of character, I'm still going to anticipate and expect this to happen. You're always anticipating a break of structure. As long as there is no change of character, always anticipate a break of structure, because that is what is likely to happen. It is likely that this place is going to hold and push this market back down. It is likely to happen. So I'm always anticipating a break of structure to change of character. The market is likely to continue in its trend than to shift trend. It is more likely for a market to continue its trend. If it's a downtrend, it is the chances of it continuing its trend is higher than the chances of it reversing trend. So I'm always going to anticipate what? A change, a break of structure to change of character. All right. All right. We are sending the assignment to the group. Now, for those that are just joining, right, I won't be going back. This whole section will be recorded and you can just rewatch. All right. So, and it's very important to rewatch. Please, after this section, please help me stress it in the group that it's important to watch this video. It is very, very important. All right, to watch this video. All right. So let's continue here. So look at this. I'm going to just do this a bit on the smaller time frame. We can either go down to the lower time frame or just do it here. I'm going to do it here because it's still very clear here. If it's not clear, then we can just go down to the lower time frame to see it clearly. Then this is just what? Internal structure trend, right? It's an uptrend in the uptrend. In the internal structure is going to be an uptrend. And that's what we're seeing here. We have what? Higher high, like this, higher low. Guys, this is not the higher high because this one did not break the structure. What broke the structure? Let's even see it properly. Now, to see properly the one that broke the structure, I'm just going to bring out this line, put it here like this. Yeah, this one broke the structure. All right, so I'm just going to now do this. I have what? Higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher low, what? Higher high. And I'm expecting to see what? We are currently seeing higher high, and this could break the structure. or it could give us this. Now, this is where so many people will not get it wrong because they'll be anticipating what? Because I said once you should always anticipate the break of structure than trend reversal, right? But in this case, there's a bigger thing that is going to. This one is likely to go down there. We are likely to see. Now, this is when we can now anticipate what change of character, because here we are likely to see a change of character than a break of structure, because break of structure means change of character for a larger time frame. Break of structure on this smaller time frame means change of character for a larger time frame. So what am I going to anticipate more? The larger time frame, uh, the larger time frame break of structure is what I'm going to give more chances. Now here I'm now going to anticipate what? A change of character, because something like this can literally happen. Change of character like this. So we're still going to get there. We're still going to get there. So that's not where we're getting here yet. But then according to this one, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now here like this, where is our point of interest? Even in this one, this is our point of interest, highest point, lowest point, internal structure. Here is how I'm bringing this thing down. This is top-down analysis 101. Top-down analysis 101. Then you can then go down to the lower time frame to even see more things, right? You see, our what? Point of interest. Internal structure. Inside that internal structure, there's still internal structure, as you can see. You see, we are still going to be getting to that. As you see, we are still going to get into that. So that's not where we're going. We're still going to be on the daily time frame. We're not going into that yet. So we just need to understand how to mark out what our point of interest, understand the bias, and then we are going to then go into top-down analysis for this before we now go to other block. Leave other block alone. Leave all those ones alone. If you do not understand this one, you are going nowhere. Trust me. So let's see the next one. Okay. Now look at this. All right. This one is giving us a much more bigger picture. Look at this. Here I have higher high, higher low. Very simple. This one is way simple. Highest point, lowest point, internal structure. Of course, we can still dive down into the internal structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Like that. We have, this is to be our higher low, like this. Or, guys, now let me show you something, guys. That is another topic on its own, right? But this one, I just want to show you guys something. From here, you have to understand market structure. That's just the thing. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Like this, guys. Now, look at this. If you are not sure about what is happening here, look at this one now. If you want to draw this, we have low, high, we have this like this. If you are not sure, once you get here, you need to mark out what? Your point of interest. See, it did not break the structure yet. It did not break the structure yet. So this one here is internal structure for this move, guys. Because if you do not know this, you are going to now say this one, higher low, higher high, this one broke structure, this one is change of character. But this is not change, this is no change of character at all. People be like, okay, this is a change of character. So once it start going down, so people be like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character. No. When we now go down into the lower time frame, right, we can now see that as a change of character. But in this scenario, it is just still internal structure. It is just still what? Internal structure. That's one thing you need to understand. See, look at this. This is a bigger picture. Higher high, higher low. Everything here is internal structure. Inside internal structure, there's internal structure. Inside internal structure, there's internal structure. But then you just need to be able to place that down, understand that. Because look at this now. All right, internal structure. We are expecting this one here to go and break this what? Of course, we are anticipating what? A break of structure. Everything we are doing, we are anticipating a buy, anticipating a break of structure because, of course, what we're anticipating here is higher high, higher low, and then what? Eventually a higher high. It's as simple as that, guys. Everything inside there is noise, guys. It is noise. It is to confuse you. You will not understand. It will see if you do not have clarity in the forex market. If you do not have clarity, guys, it will fuck you up. You'll be buying, selling here, buy, sell, buy. You see, buy opportunity, sell. You do not understand. You need clarity to keep it as simple as possible. Top-down analysis is just perfect. Keep it as simple as possible, and everything is going to be easy from there. So once we understand this and we start going into top-down analysis, you're going to see it clearly. How we're going to bring it down and break this thing down. Guys, even before we get to order block entry, you will see this market, you'll be able to break it down and you will know exactly when to enter from. Even before we get into all those things. All those other things are added confirmation. That's what they are called. Added confirmation. Once you understand market structure, you can trade. But then sometimes you need added confirmation. That is what all those other ones are for. They are not as important as this. The other ones are just added confirmations. Added confirmations. They are not the main thing. Some people will feel like because I understand order block, I can now trade. No. Guys, when we get to order block, you're going to see that sometimes other blocks will fuck you up even. You're going to see market gets to order block and break through it like knife through butter. Because you do not understand market structure, you want to trade just order block. It's going to fuck you up. It's going to break through your order block like knife through butter. So you just need to understand this properly. Someone said you know your onions. Exactly. You guys, you just have to understand this. Know how to unwrap it like onions. Unwrap it. Top-down analysis is top-notch. I don't know how to stress this enough. That's why it feels as though almost everything I've been talking about is just market structure because that is the most important thing. Understanding this is the key. I see so many people get confused or get carried away with that. I want to know that block. What about fair value gap? What about entry? All those things are added conversation. They're not important. They're not as important. All right. So let's see. Let's just take these two more and let's call it a day. All right. I think I'm beginning to talk too much even. Right? I'm beginning to talk too much. Now look at this one here. This one is not so complicated at all. Again, you don't have to go far back except necessary, right? The last one I did, I had to go far back because of course we had that long, it was necessary. Look at here. We have what? I can take from here, higher high, higher low. We have this higher high, higher low. Right? This was not a higher low, yes, because that's not giving us a break of structure. It literally could still go down. So where's our point of interest? Here. Our point of interest is the recent highest point and what's the recent lowest point. Everything happening in here, internal structure. Until we have a break of structure, that is when we're now going to have a new point of interest. Immediately you have a new break of structure, you see a new point of interest. Simple. This one is very simple. So this one, what are we anticipating? We're anticipating this to give us a break of structure. Do I see any other block here? There's kind of one other block right here that we think the market can still turn back and get to, right? Right there. All right. Is there anyone right here? No. And then is this other block valid? Not too valid right now because the other block that is supposed to be valid is the one that broke what? A structure, that broke this structure. And there is no other block right there that broke this structure. All this other block right there has been, they're efficient, right? They're efficient. We're still going to get into that. efficient and inefficient other block, right? This one is an efficient. This would have been another block, but then it is not another block because there is no fair value. Oh, there is actually a fair value gap right there. Is there? Okay, there is actually a fair value gap right there. I just saw this right now. So if the market is going to come down, we're anticipating to get here. So we're expecting something like this, lower low, lower high, a new kind of internal structure for this. Change of character, and then this. Very simple. So this one could, and that's the thing with Forex, this one could literally even still break this structure. It is totally possible. And that's why you have to wait. We're not forcing it, we're just waiting to see, right? Of course, once we get down into the whole thing, we're going to see if this one is going to continue going up or down. Of course, because we're going to see another structure inside. Once we are going down into the smaller time frame, all this move here is going to be another structure on its own entirely. So we're going to be able to tell if it's going to go up or go down. That's the thing there. So let's go to gold right here. God, I have so many things here on gold. Okay. I want to see if, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Same thing, my point of interest. See how I'm always marking out my point of interest. As you can see, point of interest, point of interest. As you can see, I'm always doing that because it's very important. This is something I've done days ago. All right, so let's delete all this and then let's see what is happening on gold right here. Let's make this as clear as possible. See how clear I'm making this look. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Very simple. Where is my point of interest here? Highest point, present lowest point. Everything in here, internal structure. Guys, internal structure. So this is how simple this is. So, but then what are we anticipating? What? A break of structure. We're anticipating a break of structure. We can just see this inside here. We saw this as lower low, lower high, lower low. We have this high, this low, higher low. We have this change of character. I will check if this one actually changed the character. I'm not sure. Then we have this. This did not break structure. This, we're expecting this one to break all the structure right to the upside. Like I said, you're always anticipating break of structure. You're always anticipating break of structure. It's as simple as that. So that is that on that, guys. I've actually talked a lot and spent too much time here. I hope we understand all this. I hope we understand this properly. Now, guys, probably tonight, again, for those in the VIP group, I'm literally pacing around right now. For those in the VIP group, we are going to be talking, we are going to be doing, we are going to be continuing tonight in the VIP group, and then we are going to be using the knowledge. This thing here, we just do there. We're going to be using that for the 2 minutes touch stroke, no touch strategy. Again, if you're not in the VIP group, you're going to be missing out on that because we're actually going to be trading for real this time. Of course, as we improve, as we progress into this training, we are going to be unraveling profitable strategies that we can currently be using, all right? Can be using to make real money. All right, so we're going to get started with that. So if you're not in the VIP group, again, like I said, I'm stressing this again. You don't have to have the whole $30 to be part of this. Guys, learning this is not enough. You need to know how to make money with this. And that's what the VIP group is about. Right? We're going to be using the knowledge we're acquiring here, putting it into the Dare platform and learning how to make money from that. And then, of course, as we progress, we are still going to be learning how to use this to trade on the MetaTrader 4, 5, crypto, whatever you want to trade. And again, like I said, we are still going to be trading prompt firm. So this is a very long journey for us in the VIP group. It's not going to something that's going to end anytime soon. And it's just $30, guys. I don't understand how $30 is too much for this kind of knowledge. Trust me, it's just crazy. So if you're not in the VIP group from the beginning right now, you are really going to be missing out on a lot because there's a lot of things we are going to be doing together in the VIP group. And then for the challenge that we're about to start, I'm going to be talking about it a lot today in the VIP group. I think I'm going to even talk about it probably tomorrow, but then I'm going to give it to us first in the VIP group how it's going to go because we're going to be getting started soon. Because of course, I want to do that for myself too. So we're going to be getting started too. I'm probably going to be starting with $2,000 or $3,000, and then you imagine that's going to get to probably like 30,000 or 25 to $30,000 if I'm starting with $3,000. Right. So that's something amazing that I want to do for myself. All right. And then I want us to be a part of that too. So I'm already preparing and to get started and all that. And so I want to carry those in the VIP group along. All right. So if you're interested, just get your money ready. $50 or $100 is the minimum you can do. All right. So for that, again, I need 10 people, just 10 people. You can do more than $100, you can do more than $50. It depends on how your pocket is. And notes. The more you do, the more your profit. And notes. This is one thing I'm saying for sure. Because of the method that we are going to be trading with, which we are going to know very soon in the VIP group, how we intend to do that. We are going to first be targeting 100% of our capital. So we make 100% of our capital, we protect our capital, and then whatever we're trading with will then be profit. Right? Imagine you want to turn $100 into $10,000, right? To $10,000. And first thing you do is make 100% of your capital. You make your $100 back, put it one side, and then you start trading with profits. You start like that. Then we are going to be like, okay, now we're starting with $100 to what? $1,000. So if anything would happen, right? Let's say shit happens, it's still forex trading. There's no man that is on highland. Shit happens, you still have your capital protected. You understand? So that's the concept, or that's the method we are going to be using. Because trust me, with how crazy and rosy it sounds, it still comes with a degree of risk. All right. And like I said, I'm going to be carrying everyone along, and I have a money management to cover even the slightest risk involved. Right. That is why learning this in the VIP group is so important. Imagine knowing how to do all this properly, right? And then you would only know how to do all this when you're in the VIP group. Of course, we're still going to be doing all these sections and all that in the free group like this. It is something we're going to do. So even if you do not have the money, you're still going to get these kinds of top-notch knowledge for free. Right? But imagine what you'll be getting in the VIP group just for $30. All right. So if you're not there, I'm really wondering why you're not. All right. So having said all that, please and please help me tell those in the group that have not what that are not in this meeting to please make sure they watch this video till the end, as it is very important, because very soon you're going to be seeing me removing a lot of people in the group, and then you would know that it is not my fault, and this is their fault for not watching this video. That's going to show on seriousness. Even that's going to prove what I am saying, that there are a lot of people here that are just in the group just to ask questions and drop screenshot and just say shit, and they are not actually following, because them not watching this video would prove that. To the end would prove that, right? Because why in the group if it's not to learn? And then what is learning if you're not watching the materials that are being posted here? I get not everyone has the time to be here right now, but then come on, we are going to have time later on to then that's why it's being recorded and posted on YouTube, so you can watch at your free spare time. So not watching this video means you're not taking the whole thing serious, and you do not deserve to get this kind of knowledge for free. Right, so that's that. I'm going to be handling this section tonight. I hope this has been productive and this has been something. So we're going to talk more in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.